Typically with most manufacturing environments, this is what we'll see from a quality management perspective. A specific job book identifying the quality checks that need to be done for that product during manufacturing. With Plex's quality management system, we're going to give you the capability to create all those core quality documents, such as your control plan, your FEMA. We'll even compile the entire PPAP package if your industry requires it. Our system will adhere to all the product-specific sample sizes and time frequencies identified on the control plan, bringing that into production to ensure that the product is being checked as specified. With our document control system, it will provide a digital system of record for all instructions, standardized operational procedures to ensure operators are looking at the latest and greatest revision levels. With our problem resolution tools, auditing and compliance, Plex makes it very easy to maintain current compliance standards and effectively manage year-round. Now let's take a look and see how easy it can be to capture quality within your environment using Plex. So within Plex at our operator interface, which we call the control panel, this is where we can identify any necessary quality checks that need to be completed. These quality checks will pull directly from that product's control plan and ensure that the necessary steps get completed. You can see here that we have a setup check that needs to be done, and then we have an in-process 60-minute check that's going to be required every 60 minutes in production. As we look at the check sheet here, we can have pictures or images associated to each specification to give that operator a visual representation of what needs to be checked. Along with that, we can tie in specific gauges or measurement devices that can be used to capture that information. We can use something as simple as this as a caliper linked with a USB connector, or we can even tie directly in line to sensory data that might be measuring in line, or also your CMM machine. As we complete the data here and we select Add, Plex is going to showcase some real-time SPC information, showing you how close you are between your mean and your upper and lower control limits, providing all your historical analysis for quality to look at. So at the time of receipt, the second we receive product in, Plex is going to generate a serialized label indicating the material that was received in. If there is any necessary quality checks that need to be completed, Plex will display that on our receiving inspection screen. So we can then select that material, select next, and now we're going to have a specific set of specifications tied to that material that needs to be completed before we can bring this material in our environment. So as we go through and populate this check sheet here, keep in mind it's tied directly to our serial number. So in the event we use this material on a finished good and we see we have a non-conformance, we can track that all the way back to our receiving material. As we select Add here, it'll complete the check sheet and even give us the capability to complete a material certification so we can produce our in-house certs. From there, Plex will give you the full capability to create control plans for your product. And this is the same information that's pulled into our operator interface, displaying the quality checks that need to be completed in production. Tied directly to our control plan, we have our FMEA. These are linked together. So as we make an update in our FEMA or our control plan, it's going to update them accordingly to ensure they're always in sync. You can see here from a visual indication, Plex will identify your risk priority number and let you know if we need to establish any corrective actions from a FEMA standpoint. On top of that, Plex will give you the capability to populate any compliance standard within our compliance requirements module. This will give you the ability to ensure you're in compliance year-round and streamline the audit process when it comes time to audit. So in conclusion, let's get rid of the job books and let's go paperless with Plex.